Welcome back, everyone. Um, sort of one thing I've been aware of for a while, sort of in Fallout 76, which I think most players could agree with me on this, is the trading system is not really good in a sense for an online game. More so for the fact of everyone knows in 576, one of our biggest problems with trading is scammers. Now, I'd like to, in a sense, address that in today's video. More so specifically, how Bethesda could change the way the trading system works. Because anyone who's not aware way it works pretty much is either ways of trading is you got your vending machines, that's fair enough. Only problem with that is like if you got something in there, someone might want it, but you might want like say 60 thousand caps for it. Now depending on your item as well, that is actually a very reasonable price. More so for the factor of if you got something like say a fixer, which anyone who does not know, the fixers are really great, or one of the best guns for stealth. You say you got a 2-shot explosive fixer, or with faster fire rate, right? That's like a god roll weapon. Anything like those are like those really god roll weapons. A lot of people want a lot of money or caps for them, which is very understandable because they are usually pretty hard to get. Now the only problem is, again, if you have it in your vending machine, 60k caps. Yeah, fair enough, that's a lot of caps. You can only have that if you've got 2 characters. But I'm not really worried addressing about caps, it's more so trading. If as long as you got 2 characters, that's fine, as long as you got the 2 characters. But if you say you want to buy that for the 60k caps, right, you can get scammed out of that much really quickly. Because pretty much the way that would work would be you give them the 30k caps on your one account or your one character, and they do it with their one character, and then you trade over to your actual characters with the weapon or the armor you're wanting to buy. And the rest of your caps. Now, when that in a sense could work in a way, but some like if you've got a chance of them leaving and never talking to you again, blocking your account, all that, never be able to trade for the rest of your 30k caps for that fixer or that gun or wet armor or whatever it is you're trading. Now, yes, that can be avoided in a way by not a lot of ways, but I suppose the only real ways if it's someone you know. But either way, like you could still be scammed out 30k caps, which usually just take a while to get. Now, one of the other things there is, I don't have notes on this as well. This is why I remember off the top of my head as well. Is that thing of trading for like swapping items sort of thing. Now what that could mean, again, say going back to the fixes and stuff like that, you're going these really good weapons, but say you yourself have say a light machine gun, a 2-shot explosive fast fire rate light machine gun, and the other person has the same legendary effects but a 50 cal machine gun. Right, you use specifically the 50 cals and they use the lightweight machine guns. And you want to trade, right? Usually with stuff like that, the trade for a trade thing, you both drop your items. Now that's good and all, but just say you drop your stuff, they drop something, but they just drop you like a piece of junk, like quite literally like a spoon or something. And then they go grab your stuff, and again, same thing, leave the server, block you and all that. The way Bethesda could fix this problem, which I think a lot of people would agree on this, especially if they've played the other games like this, which is Borderlands. That is one of the only other games that I have played where it has a good trading system. And what I mean by that is you click trade like you do in this, but a screen thing comes up. You put in all the items you want to sell. Sort of like Fallout 4 in a way, but Borderlands, it's more you get all the stuff you want to trade, and then you can put, if you want to, you can trade money as well. But and same thing goes with them. But the only way you can trade is if both parties click the OK button. Something like that is honestly something that would so help Fallout 76's trading system out so much. For that factor again, scammers, because it hasn't been exactly addressed by a lot. You know, like it has, but it hasn't on the same sort of side in a way. Like a lot of people know about them, but not many people have been scammed by them yet. I personally have been almost scammed by people. Another thing you have to be careful for is, this is actually more so for new players and sometimes old players, is you'll usually get someone who will see like a really sweet gun that you have, but you can say to them, no, you don't want to trade with them. Fair enough, right? Most people leave you alone. I personally had someone in the past. It was a Tesla rifle, and if I don't know, nearly them you had the automatic barrel on it. I only just recently got that weapon, and it had like really good rolls on that. But I only recently got that gun, and I didn't have time to mod it yet. They wanted that gun, and they did ask me multiple times, can they have it, can they have it, and I said multiple times again, no you can't. Now this thing you have to be watched out for is, they said to me, would they like me to mod that for them? Or would they like them to mod it for me? That is the specific thing everyone needs to watch out for. For that fact of, yeah, you say, oh yeah, fair enough. You drop that, boom, they've got your gun. They don't mod it, and they nick off with it. Now, you've got like a more or less 50-50 chance of that happening. Not everyone will do it, but unless you actually know the people, don't do it. Because it can honestly make you lose one of the best guns you've ever had, or one of the most rarest guns in the game on that chance. And honestly, I think everyone can agree that would be the worst thing that ever happened. Now, another way you can fix it if they don't fix the trading system, like adding something like Borderlands, is having a third party for trading. Now, the way that works is, again, either someone you know, or someone who's popular in the Fallout community, something like that. As for an example, and if people want me to help with this, I would. Say two people wanted to trade some stuff, but they don't know each other, but they know about me, and they both messaged me asking could I be like the third party to hold on to their guns or armor or whatever they wanted to trade with each other. And I say, yeah, fair enough. What you do is you go to your meeting area, wherever you want to go, and pretty much what happens is they'd sell me the gun, like both parties would sell me their guns for 0 caps, so, or drop them, whichever way you want to go. Again, if you don't trust the other person to run off with your stuff, and that's fair enough. Now, say person 1 wants 20k caps for their item, right? Pretty much the way that would work is in a sense like, well, they would sell it to, well, again, like party A, or party 1 wants to sell their stuff for, again, we'll say, I'll re-change that, for 5,000 caps, and the other one wants to sell theirs for 10,000, because they're different items and all that. The way that would work would be, person A would, or again, if you want to do caps, unless you, whatever you want to do, or if it is a trade, for trade things, just, you know, give it to that, like, again, me, then I give it to the other person with 0 caps, blah blah blah. If you're doing the caps option, they would trade it to me, like in person A would sell their thing to me for the 5 or 10,000 caps, and the other one would trade the 5,000 for getting the weapons, and more or less it'd work out. The prices could be a bit finicky, depending on how you're doing it. But anyway, that is in the sense of the third party way of trading. And again, if anyone out there is having that situation where they don't trust the one they're wanting to, send me a message. If I'm on, I will come and help, because I'm happy to do stuff like that. Oh, there's a lot of ghouls as well here. Like, I know how sort of annoying it is in that sense of having to have that, in a sense, not per se trust, but worry in the back of your mind that you could sell this stuff to this person, but you won't get your item. So those are, in a sense, the main things of what the problem is and how to fix them. Is pretty much, again, like the third party trading, or change it to like the Borderlands trading system, or I can't remember what I said for the first one. Just trying to think if there's any other ways you could do it. Would be no, you got your vending machines is the first way, but again, if you got like the lot of capsule thing, that's the problem. So there are means and ways around it, but the means and ways around it is there's only a few ways to do it. Either, again, if you're trading with someone you don't know if they're sort of a bit shady in a sense and you're worried they are a scammer, message a friend of yours and that, and ask them, can you come on, be the third party trader? And that's usually how it can all work out fine, as long as your friend ain't going to turn scammer. Because honestly, it is one of the worst things to have scammers in games with like that. Because I've met a few people, I like the way they trade as well. They don't do any trading unless someone's got a mic. Now, that is another thing you can do, is only do it with mics, but it can still fail at times. But that is one of the smart options as well, because as long as you're talking to, or know who you're talking to within reason, it can sort of help with stuff like that up. Because, again, I've had other people say to me before that they've had people do like that thing of, I'll go mod your weapon or your armor and that, and then they nick it. They go block them and all that. Other people have said that people have, they've traded for something, but then the other person doesn't actually give them what they want. Also in that sense of, say you want to do that whole trading thing, because some people do, say with that trading thing. I think someone else is around here as well. I'm recording as I'm talking, for anyone who's wondering. But yeah, the other thing, again, they want to trade something. They'll say, I want this for 10k caps, whatever. So they'll trade the 10k caps. So they've ended up losing 10k caps and not received their item, which again is one of the worst things in Fallout 76, is when you get scammed like that. I think honestly that is honest about all of it, but yeah, that's actually something which actually really needs to be addressed, because even though it's not happening a lot, it's not a massive wave of scammers, it does happen. And more so for if you're a new player, that's obviously what us scammers in games will look for, is they'll be at the vault sort of area and they'll follow people around, blah blah blah. They'll try and target people who don't know the game or know the trading system, which is where you do need someone who knows about the game to actually, in a sense, be with you. So that is about all. Hope you enjoy the video. If you can, share this around. Try and get a bit of response at this. Try and see if Bethesda can change that. And again, if anyone would like me to be the third party trader, helping vetting with that, send me a message through. If I can get on, I will get on and help. I hope everyone's enjoyed the video, and hope we can get a bit of response by Bethesda from this.